All right, what's going on, everybody? This week on the Black Men's Roundtable, we wanted to have a discussion on whether or not black people should date monogamously. But we have our regular panel here, but we have a special guest, Nikki. Say hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Yeah, Nikki is in Cincinnati joining us via Google Hangouts. We're going to try to get a picture or something that we post up so everybody can see Nikki. But, so yeah, that's the topic. Should black people date monogamously? Me starting off, I would say no. When I dated before I got married, I didn't date monogamously, and I think it actually helped me to get married. You know, and we can get into a whole lot about the whole process, but I'll go ahead and let everybody kind of get their digs in first on the topic itself.
To me, it kind of is. It's kind of about what point you're talking about. I mean, when you first dating, hell no, you shouldn't just date one person just because you met them and they seem cool.
But a lot of people do that.
After a certain point, a couple months or something, you're gonna start calling all your old chicks and all of that and being like, or you're gonna stop calling them or something like that. You're gonna end up in a monogamous relationship. Yeah. That's just naturally gonna happen. So I would say yes, but it depends on what you.
So you would say black people should date monogamous?
Yeah, but it means on what would you consider dating? You mean seriously dating or just going to the movies every now and then and maybe fucking every now and then?
A little bit of both. I mean, because some people, even if they're not seriously dating, so like what you're saying fucking and all of that. Some people, even when they're not seriously dating, when they start having sex, they stop dating other people. And so even though they're not serious, they're in a monogamous relationship, right?
It might be right.
So,
and it might not be nothing the couple agreed on. They just stop.
Yeah,
that's just what some people do.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that this is what I think. I think when you first meet somebody, I think you should set the criteria of what you all are doing in the beginning, because you may say, okay, I'm dating, I can see whoever I want to, but in her mind, she may think that we're together.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be upfront. You got to be upfront.
But see, sometimes I think that get lost. In
people
the whole translation.
Women or who?
We're both. We're both. Because one might be on one road, another one might be on another road. So one might think that, hey, this is the only one, and the other one like, well, shit, we're just dating, so ain't no strings attached. I can do whatever I want to do. So I just think in the beginning, I just think all the rules and criteria need to be set up straight and stick to them. It's
hard to say stick to them because as soon as you start having sex and stuff like that, especially for women, it kind of a man can have sex and be like, hey, I told you I ain't want no girl, and then a woman would be like, yeah, but that ain't, your actions ain't showing that. So it's kind of tough. It's easy to say that, but it's tough to actually implement that and do that in real life.
I mean, but you can.
I'm not saying.
Sometimes a man gets caught up in their feelings.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Me too.
And sometimes a woman is like, hey, nigga, we just...
Right.
We just fucking.
If I'm a savage. I'm
slaying out here. What you talking about?
Light me on my bushes.
So what do you think, Nikki? What's your take on it?
Oh, well, my opinion is there's so many factors when it comes to dating. Like, okay, I agree with the guy who said what the motives are coming into it, because in in this generation, people are not clear about their true intentions coming into the dating scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some people just really just want to hook up.
Yeah.
And then someone might just like, this guy has everything. Like a woman coming into it, like he has a nice job. I could talk to him. We could actually hold a conversation. We have a good connection. And she wants to pursue something more, but he's just after it for the hookup factor. So he's not going to tell her that. So they're just going to be dating, and she's monogamous toward him, but he doesn't have that. They don't clarify that. Well, so that's when the wires get crossed.
So when I was dating, when I say I dated, I guess promiscuously, is that the way you would put it? Or polygamously. I mean, I literally, every girl I dated, when I was multiple dating, I took them to dinner, or we went somewhere, and I said, look, I'm not dating just one person right now. I'm dating multiple people, and I expect you, and I encourage you to do the same thing. I'm like, if we decide that it's going to be more than that, there won't be an assumption made. It'll be a clear, clean-cut conversation that we had where we say, okay, nobody else.
See, I was gonna say the
until
same
you
thing.
get to that point, until we've had that conversation, it's not going to be anything other than that.
And that's the same thing I did.
Yeah.
So that's how my shit went.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. You do whatever you want to do.
That's the way it should be, but I think also at the same time, if you come into a relationship and you hooking up with a chick, right, or a female or whatever you want to call it, or a female's hooking up with a dude. If y'all start out saying, all right, we just fucking, or we just kicking it, we ain't no strings attached relationship. Sometimes, like we talked about, you naturally fall into a monogamous relationship.
But it has to be a conversation, though, man.
But that conversation that you have needs to make sure that y'all are compatible on that level. Just because y'all are compatible just fucking don't mean y'all need to get married.
Yeah, but you got to,
know what I mean?
That's why you got to remove the assumptions.
Exactly.
You have to remove the assumptions behind it.
Definitely.
You got to handle it from a mature position.
Right.
You know,
but you can't forget to have that second
I'm not gonna
conversation.
ask you,
in my opinion.
Yeah, if I ask you about Friday night,
not
you
only
say
conversations,
no.
reminders.
I'm not gonna say why. Right. You ask me why you can't see me Friday night.
You want to go on
what I
Friday?
mean?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll make other plans.
So honesty is the key there for moving the relationship along. Be honest at the beginning. Be honest when you catch some feelings.
Yeah.
Sit down. Hey, we gonna have to do. I think we need to go further. And
and the reason I say should black people date monogamously is because I know other cultures I've dealt with. Well, specifically white culture. I noticed in college, especially, that they weren't exclusive until they said they were exclusive.
right.
You know what I mean? And we kind of treat it like if I'm with you, if I see you out, you cheating on me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We go
went to the
together.
movies. If you go to the movies, you fucking cheating on me. I just went to a movie with you, so it's kind of like we don't really we don't meet enough people.
But to me,
We marred the line between dating.
I think that's
being
very
in a relationship.
immature though.
What's
to
that?
think like that just because we dating.
But we do it.
But it's
You know what I'm
immature.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's immature,
shit.
but it happens. Yeah.
Sometimes some women think y'all go together if you buy them a drink.
Yeah. We go together. Nigga, we together. Follow you around the club. Where you going?
Drake had a ring at the bottom of it.
I think we all kind of in agreement on this topic.
Yeah. So it's just got to be basically.
Nikki, do you got any thing to add to this here?
Most men are honest up front. They're not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll agree with
and
that.
then the ones that are, they kind of scare away the women that want something more serious.
Right.
Well,
So, and I think that's why a lot of guys aren't not honest about dating multiple women.
well,
Know.
how do you feel about Because I'll be honest, I didn't have anybody. Now people had to think on it for a night or two, but I didn't have anybody say no. I don't want to try it. So
I
think a lot of women just.
I don't know why. I was like, I got bitches and I'm not gonna say nothing about it.
I'm hiding all my bitches.
If you catch me out, just be mad. I'll be like, so what? Fuck
If you see me with somebody else, don't look my way.
No man ever.
Now, are you single right now? Are you dating right now?
I just broke up with someone like back in the summertime.
Okay, so with that, how do you feel about the whole concept of dating multiple people? Is that something that you would do, or would you more be on the side of one at a time?
I'm always one at a time though. With me, I'm old fashioned though.
Okay, but
And it just I get bored easily. So
That's not good.
Yeah.
You need to date multiple people then. I said you need to date multiple people then.
No, but I eliminate people. Like even if like it's just like a text conversation or whatever. Like I kind of eliminate. Process of elimination comes quicker to me, and I'll know I won't be. I'm not gonna date this guy.
okay.
Like certain conversations you have, you know this person gonna have the same interests as you. So you have to eliminate these people quick.
Now, if you're really interested in a guy, would you be willing to suggest him date, or you all basically just date other people?
If I'm really interested in him, I would not want him to date other people.
Okay.
I got a question. do you feel that when you meet guys, do you feel that they say whatever in the beginning? Like, if you was at a bar and you met a guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you meet the guy at the bar, and the guy like, I want to get married. Do you feel that the guy like, yeah, I want to get married too, even though that guy don't want to get married?
Right, they do.
See, I think even
They lying for the ass. We know that.
Well,
We know they lying to get the asses.
I think to get honesty from a guy, you might want to suggest dating other people while y'all date until you had a conversation to be exclusive, because the lie is because they don't think you're going to accept them dating other people.
Right. So even if you bring that, if
if they're going
you bring it to the top
people,
table first, right?
I mean, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it anyways. It's not like, oh, she's giving me permission, so I'm going to do it. If I was going to do it, I was going to do it anyways. And so I think that offering a suggestion might actually help get honesty from the dude. Because the reason most guys lie is because, or guys and girls, when it comes to that, is because they don't think that they're allowed.
They don't want to lose.
But even when I was just dating, just because I went out with somebody 2 or 3 times, I never even thought in my head that she's going to think that we're exclusive. I thought everybody understood that.
Shit, women think you
we've
exclusive.
only been out like 3 times.
But you gotta understand that depending on the type of guy you are and the type of affection you show and how much of a gentleman you are, you could be giving people better treatment than they've had in a very long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
so with
that's
that,
true.
they could actually assume,
right,
he treats me better than I've had maybe ever.
Right.
But I treat everybody like that.
Okay, but that's my point.
That's
So
the
they
problem.
would not know.
Right.
They would feel like you're doing special stuff for them.
Right.
Yeah,
Because you're special. They're special to you.
So what you're saying is on the first date, when I open your car door, I need to be like, don't be getting no
Right.
idea.
Y'all go together, nigga. Y'all go together.
Ain't nobody ever opened no car door for me. Just don't mean we together.
I mean, really, basically,
That's
basically,
true.
though.
That's
Basically,
true.
You do.
Yeah.
You know, basically.
So
you do.
basically, you're saying don't do any type of boyfriend type gestures.
No, you can do
No,
the
no,
gesture.
but you have to
have the
You
conversation.
gotta have a conversation.
You gotta have a
You
conversation.
can't not be you.
You
If
can
you're
be a
nice guy,
gentleman,
there's
right.
Nothing wrong with being a gentleman if you're a gentleman.
Yeah,
You
you
just
be
don't
like,
need to.
Fuck your door.
Bitch, don't you got 2 hands? What the fuck?
You just can't. You have to understand, by being a nice guy, that might, to some people,
Give 'em the wrong
come
impression.
across like
Confused.
you're only being this nice to me because we're together, when that's just you as a man.
And there's phrases men use. You know, they try to be slick. I only do this for you, baby. Shit like that. Motherfuckers do to try to
Well,
get
that's
the
leading
ass. You
people
know
on.
how it
That's,
is.
that's leading people on.
And that's what
Stuff
people
like
do.
that. That's just like on Thin Line when Martin said,
Yes,
I love you.
That's a
And-
good point.
He wasn't.
But
He didn't love her. He just wanted the ass.
Open the floodgates.
Right. But that's what
She roped him in though.
Right.
Remember when she asked him though?
Yeah. She did tell him, like, look, nigga, I love hard.
Right.
I'll kill you.
So if you say you love me, it's gonna be.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all right. She didn't warn him, but
Yeah.
but she timed it in a way to get the response she wanted. So
Could he,
You know.
but could he back out after that time? Like, I was just playing.
I mean, hey,
That was his fault, though.
Yeah, he
that was
did.
his.
Yeah,
You know, that's my favorite movie right there.
Don't ever tell her you love him.
Yeah.
Did you say
He
you love
broke
him?
the rule.
Nah, I ain't say it.
caught up in the
But with that, Nikki, would you be willing to give a guy that out?
This month.
Nikki,
Oh, yes.
would you be willing to give a guy that out, or is that just not an option for you?
Oh, what was the question? I'm so sorry.
No, with the
Put
whole.
me in the middle of this Bengals game.
I got you. With
I'm just playing.
with
He's trying to
the
rub it in because we sucking clean.
You ain't going to playoffs neither.
with the suggestion though of would you be willing to suggest an open relationship with a guy?
Open relationship.
I mean, open dating.
See, it depends on what point you're talking about it, though.
I mean, in the beginning.
Okay, the beginning.
In the beginning.
Okay.
No.
No?
Well, if
Why
I'm
not?
interested in him, he could date as many people as he wants.
No, I'm saying, but
If
you're
you're
really
interested, why
in it.
wouldn't you?
If I'm interested,
Yeah.
because I want him to know that if I'm serious about dating you, then why would I want you to?
I mean, because ultimately, you want the guy to be with you because
He wants to be with
wants you, not because you've cut his access to other women off.
That's true, but I feel like that's never happened with me. So I don't know. I feel like guys always, like in the beginning, I asked them that up front, like, oh, so it's cool. Are you dating other people? Because I know I'm not just the first one that just came in out of nowhere and just started dating me. But they always say no. I'm not dating.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if you were to say, I want you and us to date
Yes.
other people until we decide that it's just going to be us, I think you would get more honesty.
I think it'll make more difference.
I
yes.
think you get more honesty.
Not asking the question, just saying.
Yeah, 'cause I
we
mean-
should date other people.
Are you dating other people feels like a loaded question to a guy.
Yes.
Right? Versus the suggestion of dating other people, which makes him say, oh well, yes, I got this one girl. It ain't. He might still play all of it down, but you can get more honesty out of it.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, I feel like sometimes you don't even have to know that answer. You just kind of go along. Like, even if I'm assuming he's dating other women,
Yeah.
and like we gradually just like start going out, and I know like those women are gonna just fade away, and it's just gonna be us.
I agree.
So
But-
I never really, cared if they dated other women without me knowing.
I agree with both of y'all.
Because we don't have that title. So it's not like I could come in and say, oh, I saw you with such and such. We're too old for that.
Now, Nikki, from your picture, you look to be an attractive female. I'm not saying it like that. I'm married and all of that, but do you think that ugly?
Thank you.
Do you think that ugly girls should allow for
God damn.
If you were in fact ugly, would you be open to having an open marriage because you know that you're ugly?
Oh my goodness.
It's kind of fucked up, but
Like, look, I know I'm not the most attractive person in the world.
But you got me.
Twice a month, you can go fuck somebody else.
Oh my God.
just saying.
I think the good looking people do that more than ugly people. Ugly people stay together.
because they ain't got no options. That's fucked up, nigga. Your ugly ass ain't got no options. Nobody wants you.
I'm leaving. Go there. I'll take you.
So I guess
I'm going on my other woman. What other woman?
people are faithful as they are.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Didn't Chris Rock say that?
Yep.
Yep.
A man is only gonna be as faithful as his options.
Yep.
Then come out Bill Clinton, like, well, never mind. That's
Well, yeah, I think that, I think for the most part, we all kind of agree on it, early on. I kind of thought when going into it that we were actually talking about also, like, later in the relationship.
Yeah, not like open
to have
marriage.
an open relationship when, you've been together for a little while. But I think definitely in the beginning, both people just need to, however they communicate it, they need to be able to communicate that we're not exclusive.
With that, say there's a woman and a man, they've been together for 10 years, the man hasn't asked her to marry him. Is she wrong for starting to redate?
That's up to her.
Is she wrong?
Say that again, Ed. Repeat that question.
Y'all been cohabbing or just dating for 10 years. You may live together, you may not. He hasn't asked her to marry him. Is she wrong?
I don't think she even have to ask.
Huh?
She don't have to ask.
No, I'm saying.
Guess what?
Apparently, he don't want her.
So you
If I was her, I'd be like, I'm dating, motherfucker. I want to be married. Apparently, you don't want to.
okay. That's
I just think
I mean, for real, 10 years? That's a long damn time.
I think they need to have that conversation. If we get that far, and he hadn't married her. I think
Okay, but
She should know the answer to that, though, for real.
I mean, because if he's been with her for 10 years and he hasn't asked her to marry her, he still thinks he owns it. You know what I'm saying? So who's gonna be like, yeah, go out and date now? You know what I'm saying? So is it really is it wrong of her, considering they both believe in marriage? Now some couples I know don't believe in marriage. They don't believe in bringing the legal institution.
You mean
into that.
you mean
And
she
that-
wants to get married and he
She
just
wants to get
hasn't
married.
asked.
He knows she wants to get married. He claims he believes in
And if
marriage.
he's stringing her
And he
along and
hasn't
shit like
tried
that.
to marry her this long.
That's because he got bitches. Watch your bitches. I mean, he
That's true.
probably still want to.
So she's not wrong then.
Right.
I mean, that's
Because
her
his
decision
ass
as a
already
woman.
doing it. He
If she
already in
wants-
open
if she
relationship.
wants to get married,
Why,
and-
why did she stay? Why did she just like this ain't working?
because she's hoping that he's going to propose to her one day.
But she kind of know it's not going.
But at a certain point, if she gets fed up and decides that that's what she want to do, who could be mad at her? It's her life.
Yeah, I mean, but I just think that at that point in time, she just be like, I'm out. I'm just saying, you full of
So
shit.
she should,
right.
she should just leave all the way.
Oh, I think you definitely should leave all
Yeah,
the way.
definitely.
Because he's not going to be able to handle that. He'd be.
And he probably don't need no
ready to kill
explanation either. She ain't got to explain shit to him.
Well, I mean, in a scenario like that, I mean, he would probably shake his shit up though.
What's that? If he started redating, if she started dating, you think he'll get himself together?
Hell yeah.
Either he gonna do that or he gonna be like, well, shit, I done burnt this out.
But she shouldn't even want him, though. I don't want you to reshape now, motherfucker. I have to tell you I want a date for you to shape up. That's already telling you what you headed for.
I mean, he's not going to be
For real.
able to handle her dating somebody else.
And that's the only reason why he gonna shape
He's going to
up.
be out here like Orange Juice Jones.
But he gonna have his own bitches
I
and
thought
shit.
he'd run up and blast both of y'all with the jam.
Right.
$5,000 Lynx coat.
me
Don't
my
go over
coat
there.
back.
There's nothing in there for you. I cut up all the
I cut up all that car.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to handle that. It's either get out or get out, or you need to have a serious conversation with him or whatever. But there's no point. You can't be in a relationship with somebody for 10 years and just decide I'm gonna start seeing other people.
What about 5?
But we still gonna sit. Even 5.
Yeah,
Nigga, we can't go together for 2 years and you just decide I'm gonna see other people. Nigga,
I'm
after we
saying,
cross a
5
certain
when she
line,
hasn't gotten married. Is that what's the line?
So
you have to break up though.
Right.
You can't go back.
So what I'm saying is, what's the line on breaking up?
So you mean
I'm about to say,
ain't
Ed is
married
saying,
yet.
can she go out? Can she say, had a conversation? I want to start dating again, or should she just break up with
it's
him?
a conversation.
Can she say, I want to go date? I'm going to go dating again.
If you
We
say
can
that-
still kick it, but
you
I'm gonna
say-
start dating again because
Right.
you full of shit.
You can't do that. Men's pride can't handle that.
So the conversation end up being a breakup
killing
conversation.
Everybody. Ain't nobody left.
Where y'all going? I'm gonna be there too.
We're gonna be on the news. Men's pride can't handle that. You either have to break up with him and decide that this ain't for me. We don't want the same thing at the same time.
So, right.
Or you gonna stay with him.
But a
You ain't no
conversation-
I'm gonna see other people.
I thought you were saying she just.
you're right.
No, I was saying both. I was saying that she wrong for just going out and dating because he's not giving her a commitment.
I think you asking for chaos if she just don't discuss it and she just said, I'm gonna go on a date today.
Right.
It's chaos either way though. Really. I mean, it'd be worse obviously if she did it that way, but
Yeah.
you know.
So Nikki, how long would you wait how long would you stay in a relationship before a man asks you to marry him?
Probably like 2 years.
Okay.
Nicky ain't playing around.
Yeah, hell no. She
Hey
put that
nigga, my clock
on
is
you.
ticking.
You got performance anxiety. Oh shit! Oh.
But if I was ugly, I would wait like 18.
Right. It's because I look good. Sis. I ain't ugly. I ain't got all this time. All right.
But I mean, that's knowing what you want though.
There's so many factors with that though. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's
a lot
hard.
of guys don't propose because the woman is already bringing him the wife duties. Like she's already doing everything for him that a wife would do. So why should he marry her?
Now, and with that said, what should you say for marriage?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Now, and considering I understand some people
There's no
are
mystery. Like when you live together, there's no mystery. Like when you become like basically legally married. Like
So you don't-
need to.
So you saying you shouldn't live
You
together?
don't think you should live together at all before you get married, or you think it should be like a
No, I
window?
think you should have your own places still.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could spend a night every now and then, but you think you should live together?
Well, I always said I
double-edged
always
sword
wanted
right
to
there.
actually live together for a time
Mm-hmm.
before I got married.
To kind of
You
see
know
what
what
it's
I
like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, yeah, it's a
you
double-edged
find out
sword
a lot
right
about a
there.
motherfucker.
Right.
if
You like, oh, you a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah.
When I came over your house, you was just cleaning.
Yeah, some people cleaning up for you.
Right.
But then you find
Now
out
that
that
you-
shit don't pop no more.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've also heard some women say stuff like, I shouldn't wash his clothes, or I shouldn't.
That's your thing right there.
Oh,
that
yeah,
clothes
I'm
washing.
around.
Like, you gonna wash my clothes?
But no, you hear a lot
Here's the bag.
But you hear a lot of women say stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't wash the dishes at his house, or I wouldn't do that unless we were married.
Yeah. What else would you say is a wifely duty versus a girlfriend duty?
Well, like, if you're spiritual or whatever, women want to submit to their husband, not to their boyfriend. So when you're doing that as a girlfriend, then he's going to be expecting that, and he's not going to feel like he should marry you because you're already doing everything.
Doing what?
Like, what do
Submitting
you say for
sexually?
marriage? What is there left for marriage? You're already doing all of that.
When you say
Not like
submit-
a woman,
Submitting.
because she's giving him all these things before a marriage.
When you say submit, what do you mean?
Submit sexually or what? How? Submit how?
Submit, like things are supposed to be left toward, like girlfriend, you could do certain things, but when it's the next level of a relationship, then that's the marriage level. Now, if you're giving the marriage level, if you're, doing things at the girlfriend level,
Like what
you
though?
prove everything to be wife material, but he's not proposing.
Like what?
What's the
though?
difference between
What's-
girlfriend and wife?
What's the girlfriend level? What type of gesture or?
Okay, like, even with sex.
Okay.
Like, why are y'all having sex on a regular basis?
Mm-hmm. So they shouldn't have sex at all, or not on a regular basis.
What'd you say?
So they shouldn't have sex at all, or not on a regular basis. And is she a virgin, or
I
is
think
she?
it depends on the I really do think it depends on the couple.
Okay. Now is this
I'm
a?
just talking about for the guys that feel like they don't need to propose. Those are the guys that have get everything from the girl already. Now, there are some real men that want the family, they want that, but they're doing that as well. And the woman feels like, okay, well, if, this is what he wants, then yes, I'm going to go, and he proposes. I'm just talking about for the guy that feel like he doesn't need to propose because he gets everything already.
But I think that's kind of...
I think that's why some guys propose.
But I think, to me also, I think, for lack of a better word, that's you dealing with a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah. That's the best word. That's the best word.
He's a bitch ass nigga, so no matter what, he's gonna find an excuse not to propose. Whereas somebody like me, if you're doing all this white
that's
things,
why you propose.
You passed your audition.
Exactly.
Now you get the job.
Yeah.
And even as far as sex, we're either gonna have sex or we're not. We're not gonna ration the buns out.
I want all my ass right now. Don't wait.
Just because we're not married. But I respect that if you're not.
Yeah.
Also, like you said, if you're a virgin or not. Don't get to me and decide.
Yeah, now we can't. Ain't no fucking when you've been fucking before me. That's,
right.
That's kind of rough.
Right.
That's some bullshit. Is what it is.
But yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. I know for me personally, I needed to see wife before I got married.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't have trusted the.
I'll do it when I get married.
What about Megan Good and her husband? They waited till after marriage for sex.
That's cool.
But it was just sex.
Yeah, it was just sex.
That's cool. Yeah. If y'all both are on the same pace, deciding that. Mm-hmm. That might not be for me, but that might be the thing for them. So that's cool.
I never understood that concept because
after you already having sex, you mean?
No. I don't understand how we gonna get married and then that's when we start having sex.
It could be so bad. Oh my god.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
That'd be horrible.
If you're a religious person, that's your belief.
Bad sex with men.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Are you crazy?
Wait, what you say? That's not
You
true.
have bad sex. I mean, how does a woman give you bad sex?
Easily.
All women's sex is not good.
Let me tell you something. I had to explain to somebody.
A lot of women think
I have faked orgasms before to get the hell out of there. Like this is. Oh goodness, this is.
You see that meme where he put like lotion on her back or something?
Yeah.
And they put his hat on and left? Oh, that shit was
It's
funny.
not all good, I gotta tell you.
It's not all good.
That's one problem with women. They think a hole is a hole. It's not.
Crap.
Chris just hit it on the head. I think chemistry got a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
It might know how to write chemistry and it just don't
But
work.
the thing is, if that's your religious belief, there's no way to determine it. You know.
I mean, I don't feel like sex is big enough to throw a good relationship. You can work that shit out as long as you're having sex. I think y'all can figure it out.
You're crazy, motherfucker.
I think a lot more to a relationship than sex.
I think more so.
Yeah, it's a lot more to it.
I think men care more about the frequency.
Yeah.
But a woman, if
quality,
they have sex before marriage, and he ain't endowed enough or something like that, I think for a lot of women that's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker for a lot of women.
You know,
because she ain't satisfied.
Right. She's like, I'm not spending the rest of my life
with this little
not being satisfied.
Right.
Just a little thing. You got this little. That's why you can't wait for sex though.
Yeah,
I guess you gotta talk
think
about
you should have sex before marriage.
I think you should
But
personally,
it depends
that's on you and your beliefs and all
Get
that.
married and she talking about she ain't sucking dick. Bitch, what you talking about?
I think that's a very
What we at right here?
I think it's a very archaic, old rule. I mean, a lot of the things that we do now, tradition-wise, it was a reason it was done and from hundreds of years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. So those reasons aren't really valid anymore.
Right. I mean, to each his own, though.
Yeah.
Right.
To each his own. If that's your belief, then that's your belief.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't do it. Fuck no.
But I know also with a lot of men, that can be the cause of messing up the monogamous relationship too. Even for a lot of women as well. Is you're not satisfied in that department.
Well, monogamy in itself, it's interesting, like Chris said, because if you look at the history of monogamy and marriage, they were both based on economic principles.
Right.
You know, marriage was monogamy was never really like a concept that people believed was going to happen. It was more like we're monogamously in this marriage contract because I want to make sure my kids are taken care of.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But monogamy has been about they pushed monogamy as a political realm for the poor dudes who couldn't afford to have a woman.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So back in the day, you got women based on your social status. And so if you had money,
you got more women.
You have more women.
And they didn't like that.
Poor guys was like, I want some pussy too.
Right.
And so they were
I like
look, elect me, and I'm gonna kiss you some ass too. You know what I mean? But it's never been based on like emotions and really not even religion. It's always been an economic undertone to monogamy, relationships, marriage, and the whole nine. You know, so now we're in a time where women and men can take care of themselves. They don't need to be together for economic reasons as much. And so we're faced kind of with a different dynamic as it goes to monogamy and sex and all of that. So it's...
You can tell a dumb bitch some of that, and she'll just be like, "Yeah, you can have more than one." That sounds like some shit you tell the silly bitch.
But that leads into another thing. We should have another topic on that.
I'm sorry, man.
Stupid ugly bitch.
That's what you tell ugly man. Nah, but I mean, I think overall, for the most part, we've, you know, I'm just joking about that, but you know, in the current system that we in right now, most people can't handle, you know, after a certain point, not being monogamous. But I think we all agree you just have to be honest up front, and things work a little bit better. You just have to find a way to communicate that.
Yeah, I think women should push the monogamy. I mean, push the honesty. Sometimes you got to push it from a different angle.
Yeah,
you know?
That's real. That's real.
Everything on the table in the beginning.